Hey guys, welcome back to Fox 5 News Live. I'm Judea Murray. This is Caitlin Pratt up on the digital desk with me. Caitlin, we're going to get into some of these national, international stories all over social media, on Google. A lot of people asking questions about Iran. I mean, a couple of weeks ago it was, has Iran actually declared war on the U.S.? But now it is, what's going on with all these protests?
Okay, yes. So we've been seeing those images, right, Judea, of these protests. And now we're hearing that there's a total blackout, news blackout at this point. That's because the internet is down in Iran. Phone lines have been cut off as they face their biggest anti-government protests in years. I would say a decade's time. So activists say gauging the demonstrations is really tough right now from abroad. Watchdogs, again, they don't have access to any sort of phone lines or internet. So the death toll, here's what we know right now, in these ongoing protests has jumped. At least 200 plus people dead as a result of these demonstrations. We're talking about protesters and security forces members. So you may be asking, what in the world? Why are they protesting in the first place? Well, this was initially sparked by economics, an economic free fall, severe inflation. They've boiled over now with about 185 different cities facing these demonstrations. So what started as like shopkeepers coming out has turned into a larger issue against the government, the establishment there. And Iran's attorney general yesterday warning that anyone taking part in these protests would be considered, listen to this, Judea, an enemy of God. This is according to
an enemy of God?
Yes, this is according to the Associated Press. And with that designation, that means that's a death penalty charge. So these are not light words, right? These are heavy. So how does the U.S. factor into all of this, right? President Donald Trump warning he's going to hit Iran, quote, very hard if officials there kill any protesters, has threatened on several occasions since this all began weeks ago that he could order a U.S. intervention. We do have some sound with the president addressing just that.
In the past, they've started shooting the hell out of people, and all of a sudden people without any weapons whatsoever are standing there and you have machine guns gunning them down, or they take them to prisons and then hang them and kill them. So they played rough, and I said, if they do that, we're going to hit them very hard. Well, we're going to hit them hard. We're ready to do it. If they do that, we're going to hit them hard. And so far, for the most part, there's been some of it, but for the most part, they haven't.
So what would any sort of action from the United States look like, right? Well, within the White House, officials have framed possible military action as limited. We're talking high-impact strikes from above rather than any ground operations. And the Parliament Speaker, this is the latest headline just coming in over the wires, Judea. The U.S. military in Israel, according to Iran's Parliament Speaker, this is a warning, saying that the U.S. military in Israel would be legitimate targets if the U.S. does indeed strike in reaction to these ongoing protests. So what does Israel have to do with any of this, right? They're entering the chat here. Last month, President Trump met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the two discussing Iran's nuclear, ballistic missile programs, and the president later said he would support any Israeli strikes if Iran continued expanding those nuclear capabilities. So clearly an ongoing situation made even more difficult to monitor because there's just a blackout right now. We don't know what's happening. No internet, no cell phones. Watchdogs are really concerned about this.
Yeah, I mean, so how do you get information back? How do we know what's going on? And then, I mean, obviously that's the point. But I want to go back to what you said. If they participate in these protests, they would be considered an enemy of God. But then we look at the images where they are participating, and so many people are participating in the protests, even seemingly dancing and whatnot. So I guess they're not afraid of that.
And again, widespread, 185 different cities, towns, things of that nature, all different sections of Iran. This is happening overnight as we speak. So yeah. Going for it, not backing down.